Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. He's Mike Brenner. We're the Odds Couple. We come to you sportsreview.com. This is the NBA Odds Couple show for Thursday, January 5th. Mike Brenner, things are getting a little bit iffy for us in the NBA.
Shit. Yep. That's okay. Pete,
you know what happened to me last night?
The way you just said that, you gotta change that, buddy.
Got to change it?
Our
Right, okay.
cup will never be half empty. I'm not exaggerating. This iffy times is when we buckle down, baby. We grind it out. All right. Nobody ever said this was a walk in the park.
Oh, no.
That marathon, not a sprint. That means bumps and bruises along the way. And you know what? We're man enough to take it.
That's right. In the NBA yesterday, I think I had 3 one-point losers.
See, and those that hurts. Those are tough to take. Sometimes I'd rather lose by 50, Pistol Pete, than one. I got bit by a couple ways, and it's all good, though, because we bounced back with resiliency. Let's throw the record up. Bottom line, we're accountable.
Let's throw the record up. And, yesterday.
No fudge, no numbers.
And, sometimes it's just so funny because a lot of times I take the money lines, I'm taking the small favorites, and usually it's almost never mattered. This time it did, and I went with Milwaukee, and they would have pushed. I think they pushed the first half.
I lost by one on that, and I had Cleveland out there. I had Cleveland, and who knew that James, I was told he wasn't playing, then all of a sudden it was Love that got pulled. And, hey, there's nothing you could do when that happens.
Sure.
But I do love the Spurs. That one handled it for me.
Yes. Nice call on that one.
That's our first half team
So
again.
we got 8 games tonight. Let's see the first thing that jumps out at me is another OKC and Houston game. And both these teams obviously can go super high scoring, but the 2 games they played so far this year were very modest scoring. They both went into the 200s, both went significantly under by double digits. So what do we expect here?
Well,
I don't know.
Be careful. Look what happened last night. We were talking defense, the under maybe. Oh, my God, Portland's buckling down. That damn thing flew over.
Exploded.
That thing, no one had ever scored that many points on the Golden State Warriors in the first half.
Yeah.
That thing went through the roof. And you know what? I'm pissed at myself because they didn't have the balls to pull the trigger on that team total when you said it was going to be 120.
No,
I thought it was 117. I would have cashed that bad boy with ease.
Yeah, you would have, Mike
Damn
Brenner.
it, I hate looking in the rearview mirror.
On the other hand, it was a good read that you just didn't have the balls to pull the trigger on. Here we have Houston. OKC is off a back-to-back, of course. They played
OKC
Charlotte yesterday.
Got beat down. Charlotte, they from the midway through the second quarter on, Pistol Pete, Charlotte grabbed it. And they grabbed it by the frickin' balls. I'm not kidding you. And they said, this is the way we're playing. It's not going to be your way, Westbrook. Westbrook was 10 for 31 from the field. Okay?
Yeah.
That lets you know something. He's coming in tonight. He's tired. You got Harden and the boys. You better jump on that first half.
You think so? You don't think OKC's going to come in and just sort of
of course, they're going to try.
They're
going to try. But guess what? You got Eric Gordon and you got Ryan, what's his last name? Ryan Anderson. These two, all right, they spent money in the offseason when they unloaded Dwight Howard. These two are right now finding their gel. There's a team right there that the pieces are coming together. D'Antoni's working on something big. First half, it's a no-brainer. Don't
-5, -101.
Yep. That's
all right. Then the next one that's caught my eye a little bit is the Spurs at Denver. And again, the Spurs, you have a good read on the Spurs. Denver, of course, has been a massive over-trender on the year. Not playing great defense. And I'm thinking that this one, more likely than not to go over. The Spurs, of course, can go over when they have, situations that are, they're not one of these teams that, they can easily go over is what I'm trying to say here.
No doubt. And especially when they get in that shooting zone and they start shooting up to 58 and 60%.
So it makes me a little bit nervous that the first half total is significantly less than 50% of the full game, but I think I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to take first half over 103 with San Antonio and Denver. That's going to be 103 -104.
Well, you know what? I'm going to throw this in there. You guarantee that Denver's going to take time today to look at some game film of what the Spurs did last night. When they see that, they're going to go, hell, we better be sharp. We better be shooting. So they're going to come out firing.
All right, I'll take that one. Yep. And the full game is 213, which is, also tempting as well.
I don't know.
But I'm going to stick with the first half for now. Mike Brenner, what else would you like to share with us?
On that game, I'm going to chime in, all right? And I said this before, I worry. Not worry. It's just I'm cautious on first halves with the Spurs. Sometimes they start out slow. I think last night they saw a groove that they liked against a good team, okay? When you come out and you do that and you just pound it like that, I'm telling you, that's going to translate into the next game. I think on the road, even though they're up in the mile-high city, I'm not worried about LaMarcus Aldridge and the fellas breathing problems until late in the game. So with that being said, I'm going to go Spurs first half because I think it should be a very respectable number.
All right. Well, Denver has lost 6 out of the last 7 ATS full game. Right now we can give you
banged up.
Right now we can give you a 3.5 at Pinnacle, -3.5, -108.
I'm taking it. I think they continue the momentum. Spurs first half -3.5, baby.
Okay. Let's see. What else is interesting? Atlanta and New Orleans is kind of interesting.
I got on that last night.
You did, absolutely. That was a great call.
And
then Utah and Toronto. This is a tough one. Utah is playing with revenge, right? Toronto went into Utah and beat them last game. And they're also coming off of a loss.
And they're catching Toronto in a very vulnerable time. That team's like a dead horse. You better go kick them right now.
You think so?
But they're banged up. Utah's banged up, though, buddy.
Who is Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Still banged up. But there is revenge. They're at home, aren't they?
No, it's at Utah.
That's right.
It's at Utah, but Utah's off a loss, and the last game that they played Toronto in was a home loss for Utah. So now they're going into Toronto. Yeah.
Perfect revenge. Now we're going to whoop your ass in your backyard.
Yeah, exactly,
thinking, right?
exactly. So
First
I'm thinking
half
about,
sounds good to me.
It does, right? Should I go with it? Yeah, I will go with it. I'll go with
it.
it.
Hear that, Dennis? He's asking me, and then he makes his own decision. Doesn't
Utah
even consider
plus
my
2.5,
answer.
plus 2.5 minus 105.
Yeah, you hear that? I mean, come on now. It's Dennis Rojas chiming in with that.
It's like a teenage.
Holy cow.
Utah,
Holy cow.
plus 2.5 minus
Plus 2.5.
105 on the first half. I guess I will take that. I mean, Toronto is a legit excellent team, though.
They are, but
Tough
guess
to
what?
bet-
My
yeah.
only worry about you doing that, and I mean this, Toronto's also there. And if they watch one of our videos, like I think they did last year, we pissed them off. They came back, that team better do something tonight to show the fans that, you know what, we're not, I promise you guys, we're not going to do what we did last year, even though they did nothing to improve that team. You might see them blow up in the first half.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stay off it. Yeah, I'm gonna stay off it. I'm gonna stay off it.
Get the hell off of that.
All right, Dallas is getting healthier and improving.
Yeah, they
They've got
are.
Nowitzki back.
And you know why that is?
Back?
And I respect Rick Carlisle. This is just a damn good coach. Say what you want. He's not the most personable guy. It's like talking to a freaking paper box. But here's the thing. At Indiana, he did the same thing. He established that absolute, what it is, the word
Defense?
discipline.
Oh.
That you don't fuck around on his team. If you start bitching, you're gone. But the defense has got it, and it's been locking down. As they get healthier, you're going to see their veteran experience start to pay off with some of their younger guys. That team might be dangerous.
All right. See, this is another one where I'm kind of conflicted on the total because, of course, Phoenix was a massive dead overtrender for most of the year. They've gone under in 4 in a row, and they've started to play. And Dallas is kind of the opposite. They've been a lot higher scoring recently, so it's a relatively low total. I was thinking about the over here at 204 or the first half. It's just that Dallas, of course, we know can play low scoring games, and if Phoenix continues,
I know. I would go over if anything.
I would too.
I would.
All right, and I'm
because you know who's really, really starting to shoot consistently good? Deron Williams. He's really found his shot again, and it's been a little while. And again, to his defense, he had those years, the last 3 years, where he's had a lot of injuries, the nagging injuries. When he would come back, all right, he wasn't in the practice, so his routine was off. This guy's been healthy. He's been playing good. Watch out for that. You know what? That first half might be the way to
I'm
go.
going to take the first half over. It's 90,
jumping in there,
98
baby.
and a half minus 102. Phoenix, Dallas. Hopefully that one.
When you
will
break
cash.
down a total, it's poetry in motion.
Well,
it is, Mr. Pete. It's like Jordan going to the hoop.
All right.
So,
It's like, okay.
No, I'm serious.
What else do you so it's like, okay, what else
I
do you have
love
for us,
it.
Mike
I'm
Brenner?
going to go with this one. I'm taking them Hawks on the full game, baby. We're getting points tonight. I think they're going to bring it, and I think they're going to get it done.
I think so, huh?
Yes.
They come right back after a back-to-back
They
win
have to. They have to mentally. They have to. This team cannot now take a day off right now unless they decide they want to be that team that's up and down.
Yeah.
I love it.
All
What's
right,
your best shot
so
line?
full game will be 2.5 minus 10, or no, we can give you the Greek line, plus 3 minus
Love
115.
it. My God, love it. Give
Plus
it to
3,
me.
and that's a game that I was also leaning towards the under on. Now it has gotten bet up, which as always makes me nervous. Although we don't know what it'll be a tip off.
Yeah.
It's now up to 208 or 208 and a half. I mean, obviously Atlanta, their game yesterday went under, and they can play some good defense, right?
Absolutely.
And the Pelicans have
Pete,
gone under
you know
in 3 in a
that.
row.
You know that.
So why did the line get bet up? Not exactly sure, but 3 straight unders with the Pels. I will pull the trigger on that.
Pull that trigger, pistol.
Under 208 and a half minus 110. That's
Okay.
a bet online line,
All right.
and hopefully 2 out of my 3 totals will cash
I think
tonight.
they will. Pete, I got one more. We're going to
Okay,
wrap it
let's
up,
hear it.
okay? I'm going with another 3-team teaser, all right? Cleveland bit me last night. Otherwise, it would have cashed. All right, Houston Rockets,
Okay, so that'll be minus 2.5.
okay? San Antonio.
That'll be minus 1.
God, I love that. And the Atlanta Hawks, baby.
All right, and that'll put you at plus 8.5.
God, I love that. I love that. That sounds like a cash register going cha-ching. That's what
Think
that
so,
sounds
huh?
like, baby.
All right, okay, and then let's see. Is there anything else?
I'm going to review real
okay,
quick.
go ahead.
All right, I got
review.
Spurs first half minus 3.5. Hawks full game plus 3. A Brenner 3-team teaser. Houston, the Spurs, and the Hawks. I got the Houston Rockets first half, which I think was minus 5.
Yes, minus 5,
Okay?
minus 101.
Exactly, and that's good. I'm telling you guys, I am bouncing back. Do not leave, all right, and do not doubt.
That's it. And I have 3 plays tonight, 3 totals, and I'm telling you guys, I think 2 of them will cash.
Yes.
But they might not.
I love
All
it,
right,
too.
we'll be back tomorrow for the Friday card.
And we are the odds couple.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SPR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.